Welcome to the Luxury Life YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how Donald Trump spends his millions. Does Mr. Trump own a secret $25 million island? Donald Trump is the country's first billionaire president. According to Forbes, he is worth $2.1 billion. That's a $1 billion decrease from before the coronavirus pandemic, which has wreaked havoc on Trump's industries in hospitality and commercial real estate. Trump donates his $400,000 presidential salary to different government agencies, but his companies also bring in millions of dollars per year. Here's how the real estate mogul spends his money. From a 24-karat gold-encrusted private helicopter to a 100-cabin yacht dubbed Trump Princess, Donald Trump is the President of the United States of America. Trump's net worth was reported to be $3.1 billion in March, but the coronavirus pandemic reduced his fortune by $1 billion. Over the pandemic, the hospitality and commercial real estate industries have been hit particularly hard. According to Forbes, the president's wealth is based on his commercial real estate assets, which were valued at $1.9 billion before the coronavirus and after debt was deducted. Their market value has dropped to $1.2 billion by the end of March 2020. The Trump Organization did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Trump's net worth from Business Insider. Trump claimed to have a net worth of $10 billion during his presidential campaign, which was 3 times more than it actually was. According to campaign finance reports reviewed by Reuters, Trump spent $66 million of his own money on his campaign while running for president. Nonetheless, as the first billionaire to serve as president of the United States, he has made history. According to a public financial disclosure report, Trump earned between $597 million and $668 million from January 2016 to the spring of 2017. Trump now earns an annual salary of $400,000, which he has donated to the Departments of Education, Interior, and Health and Human Services. Trump has so far donated his salary rather than keeping it, as he vowed during his campaign. He gave the National Park Service the first 3 months of his salary in 2017. He's paid his quarterly salary to the Department of Education, the Department of Agriculture, and other government agencies since then. The White House press secretary revealed in March that Trump donated $100,000 of his fourth quarter 2019 salary to the Department of Health and Human Services to help cure the coronavirus. However, when applied to the rest of his earnings, Trump's presidential salary is a drop in the bucket. According to Forbes, the revenue from his New York City real estate accounts for more than $1 billion of his net worth. Outside the Trump Tower in New York City, there is a note. Golf clubs and real estate outside of New York City raise hundreds of millions of dollars more. In 2016, Trump celebrated the grand opening of his Trump Turnberry resort in Ayr, Scotland. For example, Trump's Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach is worth $160 million. After Trump was elected president, it became even more exclusive. To enter, you must now pay $200,000 in membership fees, up from $100,000 before the election. The 20-acre estate is dubbed the Winter White House by locals. It has 128 rooms and stretches from the Atlantic Ocean to the Intercoastal Waterway, spanning the entire width of the island on which Palm Beach is located. A 27-hole golf course, a luxurious spa, tennis courts, and 2 acres of private beach are among the resort's amenities. Trump gave $6.2 million to a winery and vineyard in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2011. He later sold the land to his eldest son, Eric, and it is now known as Trump Vineyard Estates. The winery, which is situated in the hills outside of Charlottesville, Virginia, also has a hotel and a wedding spot. According to Forbes, his cash and personal assets account for about $160 million of his net worth. In 2004, Trump attended an event to promote his new book. This includes his vast personal aircraft fleet, which he used for campaign travel. In 2010, Trump allegedly paid $100 million for a Boeing 727 from late Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen. Trump also owns a Cessna, a high-performance plane with low running costs. In 2016, it was said to be worth $15.3 million new and $3.2 million used. Trump's fleet also includes 3 Sikorsky S-76 helicopters, which are known for their ease of use. Sikorsky S-76s that have been previously owned normally sell for $5 million to $7 million. From the seat belts and handles to his family logo emblazoned on the exterior of the plane, Trump had the entire interior gutted and redone for 24-karat gold-plated hardware with the S-76 he purchased in 2014. Trump spent an extra $750,000 on the gold embossment. Trump has also purchased a range of high-end automobiles. He is said to have owned a vintage Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud over the years. A Silver Cloud 2, a vintage Rolls-Royce, is shown above the Washington Post, is the source for this information. A Rolls-Royce Phantom with a starting price of $500,000. The Washington Post and Business Insider are the sources for this information. As well as a Maybach and a Mercedes-Benz 3600. Mercedes-Benz Maybach. In 2015, Maybach will release a new edition. He is also said to have purchased a $455,000 SLR McLaren for First Lady Melania Trump. It's a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. In the 1980s, Trump invested $30 million on a 100-cabin yacht that he called Trump Princess. Trump favors suites by the Italian company Brioni, which can be seen in the wardrobes of many a successful CEO and celebrity. The opulent suites range in price from $5,250 to $6,900. Brioni provided Trump with suites to wear on the reality show The Apprentice, but when he began campaigning, he began paying for them himself. Trump on the reality television show The Apprentice, which aired in 2004. Business Insider's Business of Fashion is a good place to start. A number of Trump's personal residences are also included in his estate. Melania Trump is the First Lady of the United States of America. At the Palm Beach International Airport in Florida, Trump, his wife, and their sons, his 3 homes in Palm Beach, Florida, near Mar-a-Lago, are priced at $25 million. Palm Beach is located in the state of Florida. According to Forbes, they're technically worth $36 million, which means Trump owns an extra $11 million on them. Trump's house in Beverly Hills, California, was sold for $13.5 million in January 2019. According to the Los Angeles Times, he paid $7 million for the 5-bedroom Tudor-style home in 2007. Trump's island home in the West Indies, St. Martin, is worth $13 million. The beachfront mansion has 9 bedrooms, 12 full bathrooms, a heated pool, a fitness center, a tennis court, and an outdoor bar, which Trump purchased in 2013 for an undisclosed amount. Trump's Seven Springs private estate in Bedford, New York, is estimated at $24 million on the East Coast. The Trump estate in Bedford, New York. Here we go. Check 1, 2, 3. The Trump estate in Bedford, New York. He reportedly paid $7.5 million for it in 1996. The mansion sits on 213 acres, about 45 miles north of New York City, and is said to have an indoor pool encased in marble, 60 suites, 12 baths, 2 servant wings, and a bowling alley. The Trump Tower Penthouse in the heart of Manhattan, which is priced at $54 million, is another choice. According to Forbes, Trump has said that the penthouse is 33,000 square feet, but city documents indicate that it is actually closer to 10,996 square feet. In 2016, the penthouse, which is said to be decorated with 24-karat gold and marble, was priced at $100 million. Trump frequently covers the costs of his children's education. Barron's annual tuition at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York was $40,000. Barron moved to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland, where tuition is just about $40,000 a year, after Trump's election took his family and Barron to Washington, D.C. Tiffany's college and graduate school expenses are said to have been paid for by him. She recently completed Georgetown Law School, which cost about $58,000 a year. Tiffany Trump is a former First Lady of the United States of America. Tiffany Trump is Trump's daughter with ex-wife Marla Maples. She began her studies in 2017 and will graduate in May of 2020. Trump's divorce from his first wife, Ivana, cost him a lot of money. She received a 45-room home in Greenwich, Connecticut, an apartment in Trump Plaza, $300,000 in annual child support, and $350,000 in annual alimony, in addition to the original $10 million from the divorce settlement. Although the exact amount Trump has contributed to charitable causes is unknown, he did contribute $1 million of his own money to Hurricane Harvey relief in 2017. Hurricane Harvey comes out on top. During a visit to Texas in 2017, the Trumps have contributed by donating emergency supplies to victims. In 2009, he and Melania contributed between $5,000 and $9,999 to the New York City Police Athletic League. What do you think of our list? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want more videos from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.